standard high school junior at KWH. Most people, when asked to think of the most realistic characters seen in media, you'd probably think of Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice, or Anne Shirley from Anne of Green Gables. Yet, no one ever really mentions Jerry from the cinematic classic Tom and Jerry. I mean, granted, he is, a mouse that talks, and I probably sound insane, but if we really look at and analyze human behavior, we can see a pattern of running away that truly matches Jerry's actions to the T. When faced with a traumatic event or situation, our first instinct is almost to run away from it, avoid it, kind of like a flamingo dipping its head in sand to pretend like an airplane is not about to hit it, or a dinosaur putting on a blindfold and pretending that a literal meteor is not about to hit Earth. Facing feelings, events, and situations is a very tiring feat, requiring a lot of emotional regulation. So it is quite understandable why we'd prefer to just run away from it, avoid it, ignore it till it goes away, if you will. I mean, why face the elephant in the room when you can treat the blind bats a cup of coffee, right? Think you're escaping and run back into yourself. The longest way around is the shortest way back home, as James Joyce once said. And to relate the same to our current events, we Lebanese people are truly and heartbreakingly Olympic medalists of escapism. I mean, our talent of pretending that everything is sunshine and daisies when crisis after crisis are being piled over our shoulders until our knees buckle and break is admirable. Yet, this talent of being okay and holding it together is starting to way surpass the healthy feat. It got to a point where these rose-stained glasses are turning into rose-colored permanent vision. It also got to a point where instead of the decision makers having to parkour their way out of our wrath because of their immoral, uneducated, and borderline irresponsible decisions, it got to a point where we just accepted it as our new normal. The road between healthy coping mechanisms and toxic escapism is quite thin. And sadly, we Lebanese people are masters of tightrope walking. No amount of empty laughs or hopeless smiles are going to truly conceal the suffering and trauma we feel on the daily basis. And normalizing constant suffering never was and never will be what is okay and what is truly normal. At the end of the day, constantly escaping from reality will, before we know it, create a reality that is impossible to escape from. Thank you.